Games from DreamHack Last Chance just have this frenetic energy. I love it. It's got a real two-man enter, one-man leave type feel to it. And today we've got two excellent TVT players. Our Terran player in the red is the kind of killer rabbit that will make you soil your armor. You might think he's cute and cuddly, but those of us who watch Monty Python know better. This killer rabbit guards the Holy Grail, for he is Bunny!
World rank 20.
Not bad there, Bunny. Bunny's been around for 8 years, no premium tournament victories to his name. But whenever anybody tries to count him out, he proves himself a threat. His opponent in blue is a late 90s buzzword. He's a paradigm shift of disruptive cross-platform value. He is INnoVation! I know you know him. Dude's been taking names for a long time.
Current world rank 10.
I might tease our players about their IDs from time to time, but please remember two things. One, that doesn't mean they're not awesome players. And two, their IDs are better than mine. Now let's talk about points of differentiation in our players' builds. It's a mirror matchup, so that means we get to geek out over anything that's the slightest bit different. Bunny actually went gas before Rax, Inno did not. But it's INnoVation who actually took his second gas first. And INnoVation elected to scout, Bunny has not. But despite these minor points of differences, whoa, I was about to say both players are going Reaper Expand. But Bunny's gone for his command center. Well, INnoVation has gone for his factory first. So we are getting some different looking builds here. There's that later factory for Bunny, and we'll probably see a later command center out of INnoVation. INnoVation got the confirmation on his opponent's command center, and then he sent his SCV home. From now on, his scouting will be done by his Reaper. But Bunny had one come out at roughly the same time. Will it be ships passing in the night, or are they going to square off? Mono e mono. Repay o repo. Looks like Bunny's gonna keep his back to defend. Still no command center out of INnoVation. The Reapers trade shots and then they both pull back. And now they both get to glow green as they enjoy combat drugs. Listen, I'm not a licensed pharmacologist, but any drug that causes you to glow green should raise a question mark. Specifically, is it covered by my drug plan, and is there a generic available? INnoVation starts his starport and that delayed command center. Bunny executes a reactor switch and gets his Hellions going. INnoVation, though, is keeping the tech lab on his factory. Inno could be looking at a siege tank or a cyclone here. There's Bunny's starport. He's making his tech lab on his barracks. The rally point on those Hellions says, Reaper's not allowed in my base. It is an early tank for INnoVation. Different strokes for different folks. We'll find out who's got the greater composition soon enough. Bunny's going up to at least 4 Hellions, and he's making a Marauder. INnoVation's making a Medevac. Could we be seeing tank drops? He's not letting any Reapers in the Reaper door either. Well, the joke's on both of them, because no Reapers are actually trying to get in anywhere. Concussive shells upgrading for Bunny. That's happening before Stim. Our players are pretty much even on workers at this point. I think we're about to see a Medevac scoop up a tank. If they ever make a Starcraft 3, I'd like to see an animation that doesn't involve the units teleporting inside. I guess the problem is whatever it is would have to be super fast, because quick pickups is a huge part of the game. My gut tells me I just don't trust Bunny's composition here. I like INnoVation's hard-hitting classic choices. But you know me, I'm a sucker for a tank. Oh, Bunny spots the incoming. That's not where INnoVation wanted to drop down. He has lost the element of surprise. Bunny's got a Medevac too now. He's ready to counter drop. He reveals his concussive shell Marauders. INnoVation picks up, and he's gonna boost to the main. Bunny's making a Cyclone and a Viking. But for the moment, the SCVs have to fend for themselves. Bunny's elected to use his Hellions to counter. He's guessing INnoVation can't have too much at home. Oh, Bunny catches a tank rallying up to reinforce. That's twice now Bunny's timing has been perfect. INnoVation's getting SCV kills, but the Cyclone is here. There's the cleanup. And now it's up to Bunny's Hellion Marauder to get revenge. I said I didn't like Bunny's composition, but I gotta admit, they're pretty good against SCVs. INnoVation's got his third tank out, so he is going to get the cleanup here. But in the meantime, Bunny's going to do double the amount of damage. Oh, maybe more. He picked up a couple units and he's going to try transferring to the main. Bunny has really planned this out. This was like a mini base trade where both sides got to take free shots at their opponent's SCVs. And it turned out that Bunny's composition was more suited to the task. INnoVation had better TVT fighting units, but there was no fight. Well, Bunny's not even done yet because INnoVation doesn't have a Viking. He prioritized the Raven. I think that means that Bunny actually even gets away. This was a very fun opening sequence. I keep acting like it's over, but Bunny's still going. There, finally he kills that Marauder. Oh, I see. Bunny was trying to suck the defense so he could land his Viking. We never see enough of this because Vikings are really poor with their ground weapons. But still, it's so much better than just having the Vikings float around doing nothing. I mean, there's 3 SCV kills on that Viking now. Correction, make that 5, make it 6, make it 7. How many tanks does it take to kill a landed Viking? Bunny's medevac has escaped with that Hellion, and it's even loaded up the rest of its space with extra Marines. Just early constant pressure out of Bunny. He is really making INnoVation work here, and he's now enjoying a significant worker lead. INnoVation's decided he has to do something about that. He's pushing out, but Bunny's gonna hit him first at the main. He forces the SCV pull. He does want to group those units together though, or they will get cut down if they're separated. Bunny might be able to stomp one of these tech labs here. A tank is about to pop out. INnoVation's not coming home to defend. Inno's Vikings get the medevac. Oh, he's gonna try to clean up with his SCVs. This could be very costly. Looks like 4 more kills, not as bad as I thought it would be. And now INnoVation intends to make Bunny pay. He's got the superior force on his doorstep. I may be slower and methodical, but this is how we get the job done. Bunny does not have the pieces to dislodge that. What he does have, though, is a much better economy, so he might be able to buy them. INnoVation's scrambling his air force to the front. Bunny's built 2 more Raxes, and he's getting stim. INnoVation is neither powering nor teching. He's making expensive units for his assault. He really has to do damage. If he doesn't, Bunny's gonna steamroll him with what comes next. INnoVation forces Bunny to lift off his 3rd command center. It's a luxury to have that extra one sitting around. Scans firing off everywhere. Each player wants that extra vision to ensure their tanks are the ones that are firing. Siege tanks have a vision of 11, but can actually shoot out to 13 squares. So he who has that extra vision outranges their opponent. You can do that with air units to spot, or you can do it with scans. Oh, INnoVation just crept up. He's got position. It's a full-on air exchange. Who's got this? INnoVation does. Bunny's Air Force is gone. INnoVation can now hit the mineral line. That is not sustainable for Bunny. He can actually target the command center. Bunny needs to repair that. The Vikings are waiting for him to lift it off. Or maybe Bunny's like, yeah, I got another one upstairs. Well, regardless, I think that command center's going down. Bunny tries to repair, but he's too late. INnoVation needed that. INnoVation's got more Vikings, but Bunny actually has superior Viking production. He's making 3 to INnoVation's 2. That means INnoVation has air superiority now, but I'm not sure he gets to keep it. Oh, Bunny's gonna charge! He pulls the SCVs. He's gonna try to dislodge them. The SCVs grab their hydro spanners and try to tear down the tanks. A Raven drops missile turrets behind the tank line, and he will get the cleanup. INnoVation, though, kills 14 SCVs, and that gives him the worker lead. He did what he came to do. He's now outmining his opponent. Bunny's gonna try to remedy that by landing his extra command center. What I don't like about INnoVation's position right now is he just doesn't have the production facilities that Bunny has. His only teching is to get stim, which is something Bunny already has. Bunny drops a scan and he's gotta be encouraged. INnoVation's still sitting on 111. Bunny's got his extra Raxes and his extra starport. But I guess if there's nothing building in those Raxes, then maybe it's not too material. I am very happy with this game. The tension is like a tightly wound spring. Let's see what happens in round 2. Both players sending out Marine Scouts trying to get some intel. They've both used a lot of scans, and right now they both really want a mule. Oh, it's gonna be a 2-on-1. No, a 1-on-1. Which Marine is studlier? Inno wins it. Bunny cheats and murders the victor. But what's really going on here is that Bunny is sending out his Air Force. I'm not sure what he has in mind, but he might be thinking, the last time I landed a Viking, I got 7 SCV kills. Maybe if I land 5, I'll get 35. They will, though, get the scout that INnoVation is making a 3rd command center. Bunny has not remade his. INnoVation's Air Force is defending his natural. Bunny's gonna walk in. He gets the constructing SCV. I think he's gonna get the command center. No, INnoVation with the cancel. That's good for Bunny, but his Vikings are now in a pretty bad spot. INnoVation smoked his Raven. Yeah, Bunny's gonna lift off and get out of there. Oh, but look at this. INnoVation just got the angle. It's 8-on-6 advantage INnoVation. 8-on-5. The math is getting worse and worse. Bunny's gonna lose the entire fleet. Oh, this is huge. This is game-changing. Trading your command center for your opponent's entire Air Force is a pretty good deal. Once again, though, Bunny's got a counterpunch planned. He's gonna boost a Marine drop into the main, and that will let him hit first. Bunny's actually not trying to replenish his Vikings at all. He switched over to medevac production. Oh, the tank's gonna get a piece of those Marines. That's gonna take the force out of this attack. Oh, I'm wrong. Bunny's getting something done here anyway. Wow, the smaller the force, the deadlier. The tanks are too slow to get the cleanup. 7 SCVs, Bunny gets the worker lead once again. And Inno decides he can't get anything done with just his Vikings. He's bringing them home. Though something tells me they'll be quite useful for killing medevacs in the very near future. INnoVation's got the same reaction as last time. He pulls his army and looks for another killer assault. And Bunny with the counterpunch. Triple medevac drop in the works. Who hits first? Who hits hardest? Once again, INnoVation has the scarier force on paper. Bunny's is more mobile. INnoVation announces his presence by killing the scout. Bunny looks to reposition his tanks. And in so doing, he forces INnoVation to siege up. That might buy him some time for his own assault. Oh, Bunny might be deciding to sack his natural here. Oh, INnoVation's got very little in his main. Here comes Bunny. He's dropping tanks this time. He just got right on top of all of INnoVation's production. Oh, Inno can't lose that tank. He does. He can't lose that Liberator. He does. I think Bunny's force just took control of INnoVation's main. INnoVation just took control of Bunny's natural. I love this game. Bunny's got the better end of this. He may be supply blocked, but INnoVation is kind of production blocked. Bunny's got a strong tank line defending his main. INnoVation, though, does have Liberators to deal with that. Remember, Bunny doesn't have an Air Force anymore. INnoVation, though, no longer has a factory, and he's lost 20 SCVs. He's lifting off the last of his production facilities. He is surrendering his main. He's gonna lose his command center. That's his original base. It's worth double points. It's in the official handbook, I swear. INnoVation is keeping Bunny supply blocked. He had a lot of depots in his natural, and now he has to remake them all. And now the Liberators are gonna show off their supremacy. Nothing can survive in the Mauve Circle of Death. Bunny lifts off and finds out that INnoVation has pretty good air punching power. Marines firing uncontested. They're cleaning out INnoVation's natural. Everybody's supply blocked now. All building has come to a halt. INnoVation's SCVs are huddled inside Bunny's natural. Bunny's trying to buy time. But now that INnoVation is lifted off, Bunny can't win by wiping out his buildings anymore. And I don't see how he holds this with those Liberators. This game is crazy and chaotic. Bunny charges with his SCVs. He just lost like 30 of them instantly. That was not gonna happen. But INnoVation lost like 20 in there. INnoVation only has 1 SCV left. He does have 1 floating command center left, though. He can make more. Bunny has 2 floating command centers. He can make more SCVs, seeing as he only has 7 left. These are 2 battered warriors. Bunny does not have enough minerals to make another command center. INnoVation does. Looks like Bunny's thinking about taking his 3rd. Oh, look at this surprise. Bunny goes after his old natural. He's running interference so he can sneak out his starport. He really needs to save that if he wants to go after INnoVation's floating buildings. There's the migration. Oh, INnoVation's figured out the starport's the priority. This is becoming a real high-speed chess match. Players play a lot less games with this kind of madness, so depth of experience becomes a real factor. It becomes very hard to identify what the true priority is at any given moment. Fortunately, both these players have been playing Starcraft 2 pretty much since the beginning. Oh, looks like Bunny has chosen a new base to try to rebuild on. INnoVation has quadrupled his SCV count, and he's trying to add supply depots so he can make more. The first thing Bunny makes at his brand new base is a Widow Mine. We haven't seen one of those all game, but you can see how it would suddenly have great value. Yeah, you can see how both players are really thinking about victory conditions at this point. Although normally you win StarCraft when the other player hits GG, technically you win by eliminating all your opponent's buildings. INnoVation scouts Bunny's new base, but it costs him a Liberator. Every unit is so precious right now. INnoVation takes to the offensive. He's going after Bunny's new base. Oh, Bunny needs to bury that Widow Mine. INnoVation sees it and pulls back. It is a weapon of intimidation. Though personally I find that tank squad far more intimidating. INnoVation drops a scan and kills the Widow Mine. It never gets a shot off. Bunny flies over his old main, a little bit of nostalgia there perhaps. Bunny gets the eviction notice at his new base and he is on the run again. No question, INnoVation's got the bigger force right now. But it's Bunny who's doing the damage. Oh, if he can get that command center, he really wants that. INnoVation has 0 SCVs. 0. If he loses that command center, there is no rebuilding. It's in the red. It can't be repaired. Inno could drop a mule. He needs to drop a mule right now. Here comes the cavalry. Bunny doesn't care. He kills the command center. INnoVation is supply blocked forever. INnoVation is down to 7 buildings. And now it's 5. It's shell game time for Bunny. He's hiding his buildings. INnoVation does still have the much bigger army. It's official. INnoVation is being revealed. The last 2 depots will be destroyed. INnoVation's going to be down to 3 floating buildings. His starport and 2 Raxes. INnoVation's just found Bunny's secret villainous lair. Bunny never got a chance to mine. He was trying to make himself some Marines. Oh my god, can INnoVation win this with only 3 buildings left? He's gonna get a command center. Bunny does have 1 more. INnoVation's Air Force is a huge advantage right now. Remember, Bunny's trying to do this without a starport. Unless he's gonna kill those floating buildings with Marines, he's gonna need one. And one of those Raxes is gonna burn down. Bunny's got an economy. You didn't know those existed in this game, did ya? He's even dropped a mule. INnoVation is a bully that Bunny cannot fight, but if he eats his Wheaties, he could grow stronger. One day he might be able to stand up to INnoVation. Look at this, he's building a new barracks and a starport. He's figured out he has to have that. INnoVation has got to shut this base down now. He's found it. INnoVation's Liberators are very expensive scouts, but it's what he's got to do right now. Oh, Bunny's gonna regret letting that Liberator get the intel. INnoVation scrambled his forces. Oh, Bunny's gonna stand and fight. That's not gonna work out. Bunny loses his only tank. He loses a medevac. Bunny has no army left. He needs to rebuild. He picks up his command center in flight. If INnoVation can crush that army, oh, he finds the command center. That's big. If he gets that, Bunny will be revealed. It's on fire. It's on dead. It has the blown to bits condition. It has the exists no more trait. And Bunny loses 4 more Marines to a tank splash. Bunny does not have the minerals to remake a command center. He can no longer build a Viking out of his starport. His only chance now is to beat INnoVation's army. But that is a very tall order. INnoVation is chasing him down. This has been a crazy match, but I think it ends on the sands right here. No, Bunny's gonna try to escape and rally the rest of his troops together. No, it's GG. Bunny is done. INnoVation wins. Inno wins an incredible mind screw of a game with only 3 buildings left. In my book, it's pretty cool to see a player win with 0 SCVs. It's certainly not unprecedented, but even for the likes of INnoVation, that is not a normal day at the office. You can tell I thought this game was going to come down to the elimination of buildings, and in a way it kind of did. Because once Bunny lost his last command center, that was kind of it for him. He needed a way to make money to get a Viking out of his starport. Like if he had somehow managed to win that final fight, how does he kill INnoVation's buildings? I think it's actually a tie scenario. We've never actually had one of those on this channel. Man, would I like to have one of those. But for now, I'll be pretty satisfied with this guy. Two very different philosophies going head to head. The dynamic, maneuverable Bunny versus the powerful meching INnoVation. Though certainly not pure mech by any means, and of course Bunny had tanks as well. But it really did feel like two different strategies at play throughout, and I loved it. So don't let me wreck it by overthinking it, but do tell me what you think in the comments. And I will just... Oh yeah, one other thing. I don't mean to be a drama llama here, but I have an important public service announcement. The backstory is this. I don't get to watch my own videos that often, but usually when I do, I watch them straight off my hard drive. So I was recently pretty mortified when I watched one online and was reminded that there is actually a hideous watermark in the bottom right-hand corner covering up part of the game. I gotta get rid of that thing. But then I remembered that that square is probably getting this channel most of its subscribers, and I kinda need those to prevent this channel from evaporating. So I had this idea. If we can get Zugzwang Starcraft up to 1,000 subscribers, I'll get rid of the watermark so we can have cleaner games. And I'll keep it off for, like, say, 6 months. At that point, I might need to put it back on to save the channel again. Though, if things are humming, maybe we can just get rid of it forever. So, if you were thinking about subscribing but couldn't be bothered, now there's a little something in it for you. Help us all clear out that square thingy, and we'll get back to cleaner games. Before I go, I'm just going to leave you with the scene where all the SCVs died. This is the moment where both players simultaneously went from military powerhouses to economic basket cases. And the game became so fun from here on out. But for it to happen, 50 SCVs had to die in the span of 7 seconds. War, what is it good for? To continue your StarCraft journey, Nova advises you to click the video in the upper rectangle. But Kerrigan warns you to watch your 6 and click the video in the bottom rectangle. Or you can stimpack your StarCraft experience. Subscribe to Zugzwang Starcraft. Just hit the circle. From my base to yours, Zugzwang out.